Hey Soul Fam, thank you for being here today. We are going through a massive DNA activation upgrade. We are reminding each other, awakening each other, reflecting these codes for each other, holding them and anchoring them in. So today we are going to be playfully looking at different aspects of ourselves as the whole, of our hologram. So we're going to be playfully acting as our angelic selves. And let me just say a note about our angelic selves. So in Hebrew, the words like Raphael, Uriel, and all of these words that end in El, that means the light of God, the love of God, all of those angelic qualities are basically just pure qualities that come directly from source. And so like this book that I work with a lot, The Divine Names, Sufi chanting, what it is just calling upon pure qualities of God source and then weaving those into the fabric of reality. So when we're in our angelic selves, we can go into any scenario and just beam compassion or beam light or beam playfulness or whatever. And that's kind of what we do. And when I do a lot of soul retrieval work with people or going back to our younger selves. So say you had a traumatic experience as a child and there's a part of you that's still kind of frozen in that pattern. So what I'll do in a therapy session is return to that scenario as our angelic selves and just kind of beam compassion, love, whatever that child needs, and that can create a healing and an integration. So first we're going to be playing with our angelic selves, seeing ourselves as angels and going around the world, working with whatever pure divine qualities come most naturally for us. So whatever your specialty is, you're channeling that, okay? And then we're going to be going into our elemental selves, right? So we are everything. We exist on all these different dimensions in our DNA, and that's what we're awakening and activating, is access to the wisdom of all of these different fractals of ourselves, and especially any parts that feel disharmonious or confused or lost or feel separate, bringing them back into the whole through love. So next we're gonna become our elemental selves, and then we can do some magic around the world however we see fit there in the guided meditation. Then we are going to become our dragon selves. In this form, the nature of the dragons is the harmonization of masculine, feminine energies, earth and celestial energies, like the plumed serpent. And it's also the heart energy. So the dragons fly on ley lines. So as a dragon, you can see yourself flying through, just going around the whole earth, through rivers, through mountains, through crystalline, you see strips in a mountain of certain kinds of crystals in the mountain. So you can do that, and you can bring, what the dragons bring is a plasmic energy. It's like a really creative, infinite potential light energy. So we're going to be playing with that, and this is going to come through each of you in its own unique way. And you can visit sacred sites, you can activate new sacred sites. Okay, and then we're going to be looking at some of the collective demonic entities, which are also not separate from us. And in order to heal this aspect of the whole, because what we're aiming for here is inner peace, world peace, intergalactic peace, peace in the family, peace between families. So that means we have to integrate all of these so-called demonic aspects. And so we're going to be looking at the collective entity of porn, and we're going to be becoming the collective entity of porn. Don't worry, I'll guide you in it. Then we are going to be becoming the collective entity of drug addiction, and you can focus on whatever you want. So I just wanted to introduce that a little bit before we dive in. I'm going to be using music. The chickens are super loud also. So when I take this off the Zoom, you're going to hear a lot of background noise. Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to do breathing, and we have some new people, so I'll explain the breathing a little bit. This is DMT breathwork that I learned from a Mexican man who learned from a Canadian man who learned from extraterrestrials. And we're just gonna put our 2 hands together like this to unite the 2 hemispheres, and we're gonna exhale all the air out through the mouth, squeezing the stomach. And then it's always inhale, exhale, and I'll guide you mouth, 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 nose, 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 mouth, 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 etc. And on the last one, we're gonna, on the exhale, I'll guide it. You exhale and you squeeze your stomach, push your hands together, squeegee your eyeballs and look up. And you hold that as long as you can. And this cleanses your pineal gland, connecting you to these visions more easily, to your dream self. Okay, so here we go. I invite you to put your hands in the mudra, exhale all the air out through the mouth, squeezing the stomach. Deep breaths, mouth, mouth, inhale, exhale. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Last one, mouth, mouth. On the exhale, I want you to squeeze your stomach, push your hands together, squeegee your eyeballs, look up towards your third eye, and hold that as long as you can. Squeegeeing out your pineal gland, and then when you're done holding, you can relax and release everything and just wait. So first I want you to activate in your imagination, your remembered created memory, your angelic self. And I want you to visit yourself as a child and just beam that child version of yourself, whatever pure quality from source that they need to feel. Do they need to feel love, understanding, light, compassion, joy, playfulness? Now I want you to take your inner child with you and the angel, and I want you guys to go send love to other children in the same situation around the world. So you're sending the same love, joy, playfulness, wishing that for all the children. And I want you to now see that all the children are awakening their own angels and giving themselves the qualities that they need, the divine qualities of love, holding, witnessing, compassion. Just see all the children surrounded with these holographic aspects of themselves, fully supported. Now just see all around the globe that every child and adult has a whole team of angels as part of their holographic fractal reality, holding the frequency of divinity of whatever they need or want to weave in their reality at that time. Now noticing your own angels around you and consciously activating, acknowledging them. What qualities are they holding for you? What kind of reality are they helping you weave? So take a moment to just feel gratitude towards your angels, those divine qualities that weave themselves through you and your holographic reality. Take a moment to connect deeper with them, just feeling grateful for them, honoring them, recognizing them in yourself and outside of yourself. Okay, beautiful. Now you can briefly open your eyes to put your hands in the mudra. We're going to breathe again. Exhale all the air out through the mouth, squeezing the stomach. Deep breaths, mouth, mouth, inhale, exhale. Mouth, nose, inhale, exhale. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Last one, mouth, mouth. On the exhale, squeeze your stomach, push your hands together, squeegee your eyeballs, look up towards your third eye. Hold it as long as you can, squeegeeing out your pineal gland. When you're done holding, relax and release everything. Okay, now I want you to become your fairy self, your elemental self, your nature spirit self. You could even be a collective of nature spirits. And I want you to see what kind of magic you feel like doing around the world. Maybe you want to speak life into rivers or bring barren lands to grow again, or places that have been bombed or targeted, restore them. Just whispering life and magic into the plants and into the waters. Use your imagination, you can go anywhere. The fairies are what makes the plants grow. They live in the fire, in the water. They whisper. They're the angels of the plants. That's what they are. Whispering barren lands back to life, restoring the waters to their crystalline form, becoming the consciousness of fire. Now look around and notice all of the other nature spirits, and notice that you're working together, and that when you acknowledge each other, your work becomes more amplified. So now just imagine a coordination between the global nature spirits. They all see each other, they're awake and they're full of energy, they're excited, and they're having a global conspiration. Weaving together, stronger together. To the point that the humans will be able to notice. It's like the rainbows are going to start winking at the humans, and the fires are going to start speaking to the humans, and the water is going to start sparkling to a degree that's undeniably noticeable. And just take this last minute before we switch chapters. Is there any message that the elemental world wants to give the humans through you now? What do they need for us to support them? What does your elemental self want to say to your 3D self? What does it need from your 3D self? Okay, so just take a moment to thank that part of you, that aspect of your holographic reality. Just thank it. Bring it back into your heart. You can access this part of you whenever you want. You can project your consciousness out into this part of you whenever you want to make things happen for you. Okay, we're gonna breathe again. You can briefly open your eyes to put your hands in the mudra. Exhale all the air out through the mouth, squeezing the stomach. Deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Last one, mouth, mouth. On the exhale, squeeze your stomach, push your hands together, squeegee your eyeballs, look up, feel your pineal gland being cleansed, activated, connected. Hold that as long as you can, and then release and relax everything. Releasing, relaxing. Now we're going to become our dragon selves. These are big bodies. These bodies travel through lava veins, through roaring rivers, through the or how do you say it? The northern lights. They can cover some ground. So now you are in your dragon body, which is both of the earth and of the heavens. And I want you to move some energy around. Move some energy around on earth. Connect some sites, awaken some new sites. What do you do as a dragon self? What kind of a dragon are you? Where do you want to go? What kind of magic do you want to whisper into the earth? Dragons have an energy of plasma, which is pure creative energy, so they can go in and rapidly change things in a really light way without sludging around in the mud. They have a lightness, but a power, an intense power. Okay, now let's all send the dragons to Mexico City. You're a dragon in Mexico City. What are you doing there? And do your dragon magic there, whatever it is. Are you defending something? Are you loving something? Are you sprinkling magic? It's a very dense city with lots of magic around. Okay, now everybody fly to Egypt, to the pyramids. Explore those underground chambers. Now it's a very close trip over to Palestine. Take your dragons into Palestine. To Ireland. Take your dragons to Ireland. Take your dragons to Iceland. Spain. Take your dragons to Spain. Take your dragons to Philadelphia. Take your dragons into the ghetto of Philadelphia where everyone is shooting up drugs in the street. Take your dragons to the Caribbean. Haiti, Dominican Republic, Cuba, Bahamas, Florida. Cancun. Send them down to southern Oaxaca, where I am. your dragons to Washington, D.C. and Virginia, where Grace is. And to end, let's send the dragons to Mount Shasta. You can access this part of you whenever you want. You can get stuff done, you can send energy, you can take messages, you can send plasma. This is always available for you. You are the dragon. You can travel on the dragon lines. The more we travel the dragon lines, the more dragon lines we awaken on the earth. Briefly open your eyes to put your hands in the mudra. Exhale all the air out through your mouth, squeezing your stomach. Deep breaths, mouth, mouth, inhale, exhale. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Last one, mouth, mouth. On the exhale, squeeze your stomach, push your hands together, squeegee your eyeballs, look up, and hold as long as you can, then relax and release. Okay, you can relax and release everything. Okay, I want you to notice that all around the globe, there is a collective thought form that has taken on a life of its own, and this is the entity of porn. This is a collective entity, a demon. We've given it so much thought and energy that it took on a whole life of its own, and we've projected it out as an external thing, and now we're interacting with it outside of ourselves. So just notice how that entity exists in the whole world. Just use your God's eye vision, your DMT vision, to see how that energy moves through the world. Now I want you to become the entity of porn and look at the world through the eyes of that being. How do you see your slaves? What do your slaves look like through your eyes? Now I want you to look at your human self through the eyes of the entity. What does your human self look like through the eyes of the entity? Now I want you to look at all the female-bodied humans through the eyes of the entity. Now look at all the male-bodied humans through the eyes of the entity. What does it want? As the entity, what do you want? Silently notice what you want. Now silently notice as the entity, what do you really need? Now silently notice, as the entity, how will you feel when you get what you really need? This should be a positive thing, like, I will feel content, I will feel powerful, I will feel safe, I will feel satisfied. How will this entity feel when it gets what it really needs? This, come up with a positive quality. Okay, now I want you to create a spirit team of angels for the entity, sending it whatever positive qualities it's looking for. Is it looking for connection? Is it looking for safety, power, whatever it's looking for? Allow the entity to source directly from God through its angels. So just imagine the entity having a whole team of angels sending it pure divine qualities. So be the entity and drink in these divine qualities: connection, power, love. Feed it to it directly from God's source. Okay, now just visualize the whole earth with these energies more in balance. If there was a transformation in the demon, like if it got smaller or turned into something more Because the demon is an excessive quality that's a response to a deficit. So just imagine the energies coming into harmony, right? So if there's an extreme deficit in connection, then there's an extreme desire for connection. If there's an extreme deficit of recognition of power or place, then there's an extreme desire for that, and it becomes overcompensated. So just visualize these energies coming back into balance in their exalted, harmonious form on earth. We have one more layer of activations and 2 more layers of breathing. So we're going to breathe, activate, and breathe to close. So you can briefly open your eyes to put your hands in the mudra. Exhale all the air out through the mouth, squeezing the stomach. Deep breaths, inhale, exhale, mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. 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 Last one, mouth, mouth. On the exhale, squeeze your stomach, push your hands together, squeegee eyeballs, look up, opening your pineal gland, relaxing, holding, and then relax and release everything. Okay. This is our last one. We're going to become another collective entity. Okay, now we are going to witness. First, we're going to witness from the outside the collective entity. This is a thought form that gets so much attention that it actually takes on a life of its own, and it becomes this externalized demon. And some of these demons get really, really big. So we're going to imagine this demon of heroin addiction and pain pills. These like numbing heroin, pain pills, addiction in the collective. I'm sure you've all known someone who's got addicted to pain pills. Just notice how this energy moves throughout the globe. How does it navigate? What's it doing? What does it look like? How big is it? Where does it live? Who's it feeding off of? Notice what it's eating. Is it attracted to a certain emotion, quality, sensation, vibration? What is it interacting with? Now go deeper. What's below whatever it's interacting? What's the root? Okay, now I want you to become the demon. You are the entity of heroin addiction and painkiller addiction. Just roam the planet. Notice what the people look like to you. What do you tune into? What are you looking for? What do your slaves look like to you? What gives you permission to access people? How do you know where you're welcome? What kind of openings are you looking for? Okay, so you are the entity, and I am asking you a question. What do you want? Just feel it from within as the entity. What you want. What do you want? What do you want? Silently witnessing the hunger. What do you want? What are you hungry for? What do you want? And what do you really need? What do you really need? Okay, so for this last question, I want you to come up with a positive quality. How will you feel when you get what you really need? This should be like, I will feel satisfied, I will feel at peace, I will feel powerful, I will feel recognized. How will you feel when you get what you really need? Okay, so based off of what you want as an entity and what you actually really need, which should be a positive quality, like I need to feel safe. I need to feel satisfied. I need to feel ease. I need to feel seen. Whatever that is, I want you to create an angel team of pure divine qualities and connect the entity to them and source them whatever they need directly from source through their angel team. Just shower them with this pure divine quality. They need power, shower them with the angel of power, divine power. They need safety, shower them with divine ease. Just as the entity, drink that in. You have your own whole angel team. Okay, now I want you just to imagine that whatever we did somehow brought some energies more back into balance, into their exalted forms, and just picture the earth somehow more in balance after whatever you did. Just witness it. Okay, beautiful. We're going to breathe one more time to close. You can put your hands in the mudra. Exhale all the air out through the mouth, squeezing your stomach. Deep breaths, mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Mouth, mouth. Mouth, nose. Nose, nose. Nose, mouth. Last one, mouth, mouth. On the exhale, squeeze your stomach. Push your hands together, squeegee your eyeballs, look up and hold as long as you can. And you can relax and release everything. Thank you everyone for going on that journey with me. Wow, that was a big one. We activated so much. So everything that we just activated and rearranged inside and outside is already done. It's already integrated. You can shift reality through your hologram, through your inner, you are the center of your mandala. You're projecting everything out. So everything that we did is already done. You can access all of these parts of you at any time. Next week, we're going to be working more with these externalized aspects of ourselves that we think are separate or outside, but we're realizing that we can actually transform them all from within. So thank you for joining me on this journey and contributing your collective power and magic. And if you need additional support, reach out at lovelikeanocean.com. Thank you.